Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Artist and Producer. I'm just going to talk about how to register a song on Songuard really quick, and then I'll explain why it's a good alternative to the U.S. Copyright Office in some certain ways. I'll get to that in a second, but basically it's very simple. Once you log in, there's a button here that says register a song. You go in, you upload your lyrics, your PDF, if you have any. If you don't, just leave this empty. You upload your MP3 wave with your song, you put in your name, any writers that helped you co-write the song, your publishing company name if you have one, the title of your song, and that's pretty much it. Here are my songs that I already have some registered. You just buy extra credits whenever you want to register another song. I just bought 2 because I just uploaded I just registered a song with the U.S. Copyright Office as an unpublished work. Me and my friend are working on a song, and we want to show it to a producer. But I'm also going to register it here, because here, let me explain the reason why you can use this at $4. It's a lot cheaper than the U.S. Copyright Office. And even if you do register, for example, an unpublished work or a published work, you might even want to register here, because this gives you a date of creation. Once you register a song on here, once you upload it, it doesn't have all the benefits of a U.S. copyright, because U.S. copyright, it gives you the right to litigate. So if someone were to infringe, copy your song, you can take them to court. You need to have a U.S. Copyright Office to take someone to court. So if they made $1 million off of you, off of your song, you can't do anything unless you have a U.S. Copyright Office, U.S. copyright with the U.S. Copyright Office. If you registered it here, the benefit of registering it here is you can prove the date of creation, because if someone else registered their copyright, but here you uploaded it a year or 2 before them, you can take that to court and use that as evidence. A lot of people talk about mailing yourself a copy, of a CD or a closed envelope with a CD, closed package. That doesn't work. That's never been admissible in the court of law. It just doesn't work because it could be tampered with. Just too many variables. I've researched this for about, I think, 90 hours now. I've talked to lawyers. I've talked to many people in the industry, and no one's ever heard of that ever working. And actually, there's a few cases of it documented where it didn't work, where it was used as evidence and the court threw it out. Same thing with people say time-marked files of their sessions, like their Ableton or Logic sessions. Well, the thing is, with computers, with BIOS, you can edit the BIOS and edit the timestamps. So just because you have all this evidence doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be admissible either in the court of law. So that also doesn't really hold up. And plus, unless you're a super rich artist, theoretically, if it could work, you'd have to have a crap load of money. You'd have to be an artist that's already successful, someone with a ton of money already in the bank to pay for the lawyers to have the time to do that, because it takes months, it takes years. Sometimes it takes many, many years, like 2, 3, 5 years of going through courts, paying for lawyers to do it. I mean, we're talking tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you have that type of money to battle these court cases? If you don't, it's better just to pay $4, to prove the date of creation. That's what I'm doing. I've had some illegal issues in the past where someone attacked my own business. It wasn't necessarily in the music industry, but it was an IP, intellectual property dispute. And the person, what they were doing was wrong. It was immoral. They were trying to steal my friend's patent. I got involved in the middle because I was selling their product. Basically, the person trying to steal a patent won. I mean, they destroyed my business, and there's nothing I could do about it legally without me hiring lawyers and going through the court of law. I talked to a few lawyers, and they're like, if, you're going to be paying tens of thousands of dollars for this, is it worth it? And in my case, it wasn't. I lost my life savings, but it wasn't enough. The lawyer told me if it was $1 million or more of me losing, then yeah, it would have been worth it to talk to a lawyer. But it wasn't. It was around $100,000. So it's better just to be safe than sorry. That's why I use Songuard. There are other options on there. I forget their names at the moment, but Songuard, I've talked to the owner. The owner is I believe his last name is Devarzan. He's had success in the music industry. He created this himself, and many people use it. What happens if someone does infringe on your work is Songuard is going to send you I believe it's called a subpoena. Basically, they send you proof. They're an independent third party, so they have no interest in you winning the court case or not. Basically, they don't even talk to you. They just send you the proof, and that's it. And somehow they encrypt it in such a way where it can't be tampered with. They send you a email verification at the time that you do it. And I've talked to the owner of this one and the other one. I think the other one is called songregistration.com. I can't remember. But I've talked to the owners of both of them, and they said all the time they're getting requests for to show the proof of these songs. And so they're sending out those requests all the time. And usually that proof is enough to scare the other party that's copying you off. Like, hey, here's proof that I created this before you. I'm going to take this to small claims court or to a court of law. Like, I'm registering it right now with the U.S. Copyright Office. And if you don't back off. And usually that's enough for people to back off. So if you'd like one free song registration, right now Songuard gives you one free one. It's worth $4 if you open an account. This is personally what I use. This is what I recommend. It's very simple. So even if you're just creating like if you're going to play, you have a new song and you're going to play at an open mic, or you have a new song and you're going to show it to everyone at an NSAI meeting, or an open mic or whatever. Why not just pay $4 just for the peace of mind to register it? Because the only two options you have are registering it with the U.S. Copyright Office, which is going to cost anywhere from, I believe, $45 to $85, depending on how you register it, whether you have co-writers, etc. You can either be paying, that $65, $45 a song. You could be registering it as a group works, but you can also just do it this way. It doesn't give you as much protection, but it does give you protection. Those are really the only two options you have. People talk about how you are automatically granted copyright protection at the date of creation, but what does that really mean? Yeah, in theory, you're granted copyright, but if you want to do something about it, you need the U.S. copyright. And also Songuard, since they're an independent third party, they'll send you the proof. That helps. From what I understand, if you just upload it to YouTube or SoundCloud, from what I hear, that's also for some reason not admissible into the court of law. Like, even though it shows the date that you uploaded it. In my opinion, better safe than sorry. I've already lost, a ton of energy and money and time on an IP issue, intellectual property. So I just upload with these guys, to be honest, just to be safe. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'm going to link to Songuard below in the description. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.